Hey, Mrparka here to review a new one from Real Gore releasing. This is their third release. This is The Curse of Dr Wolfenstein. I actually really love that title. Also a pretty cool cover. This company is fairly new, like I said, it's just their third release, and they're putting out these kind of low-budget underground German films in these deluxe DVD Blu-ray editions. The Curse of Dr. Wolfenstein is by far the goriest of the three so far. Essentially, we have a story about, it opens in a classic fashion, kind of like the Dr. Frankenstein, or probably more fitting for this, something like an Olaf Edenbach movie where this witcher, or this evil doctor is performing these kind of crude experiments on himself and other humans and animals to prevent necrosis, trying to create sort of immortality. The townspeople basically rip out his tongue and bury the man alive, and his hand rises back in. This is back in 1930. Fast forward to present time, we follow this group of youths who are on their way to a concert festival, and basically they get stuck in this small town where Wolfenstein still resides, hiding in this tower, cutting and hacking and slashing people up for body parts and experiments. He's also working on some weird parasitic creature that's in a cage, and he puts it out on the people and it controls them. So that's basically the gist of it. This movie is nearly 2 hours long, which is really long for a gore film. And for a while, it does seem like it's two different movies. We have Dr. Wolfenstein, who cuts to stripping women naked and cutting them to bits and hitting a trick machete in their head and blood spraying everywhere, which kind of feels a little bit torture-y, a little bit Dr. Satan, House of a Thousand Corpses kind of style. And then we cut back to these five teens who are partying and just having ridiculous fun, kind of like Euro Trip or Hostel or something like that. It's strange because there's this kind of, I guess, pop kind of soundtrack to the back of it, which is really kind of bizarre. It almost feels like two different films here. This is good and negative. It does slow down the film, but it is a positive that it kind of establishes these characters as real human beings, and they're fairly likable, not despicable people, which is often the case in a lot of these movies. So as it progresses, of course, they're going to have a run-in with Dr. Wolfenstein, and they start to get picked off, and it's up to one person to kind of fight the monster off and send him back to hell where he belongs. But essentially, the film is a gore film. It's a German splatter movie in the vein of Olaf Edenbach. Olaf Edenbach actually has a cameo in here, among with others, Manouche and Chauncey Phillips, and most of them get splattered and blood everywhere. They get hacked to bits, I guess they'll say. But the main special effect in this movie is a trick machete. It goes in people's heads or their stomach, and blood sprays everywhere. The blood looks good, don't get me wrong, but there's got to be at least 60 deaths like that. The film at one point comes to a complete stop, where a non-character is basically being stalked and has all these chained people up, and Wolfenstein hacks them all to pits. But, I mean, it is basically just the trick machete, which is fun to see a few times, but it does wear out its welcome. But if you're here for the blood, then you will not be disappointed. Besides that, the other effects include an arm being reattached, a dead arm to something, and a little creature. Those effects are really fun, really good. Like I said, the acting in here is surprisingly good for a German splatter film. I was impressed by it. Like I said, I enjoyed most of the characters. Wolfenstein plays two roles. He does a really good job as the kind of local yokel and Wolfenstein. So that's kind of cool. The character's also kind of iconic, so I dig that. All in all, it's an hour and 55-minute movie with a lot of teen shenanigans in there that stretch it out, and a lot of extended death scenes. I feel that it could have been played better with the main characters, maybe having them have something a little bit more elaborate than wasting the time on so many kills. But again, if you're a gore fan or a German splatter fan, this film is actually one of the most ambitious ones I've seen in a very long time, and it's really good, really kind of great for a German splatter film. I'm not gonna lie. It's a great German splatter film. But as far as a whole film, it's solid. I mean, it's not bad. It is too long. A lot of the score I dig. A lot of the music choices kind of just left me baffled. And there's a couple sound cues in there that I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of hearing that one. But that's in a lot of independent films. Besides that, I thought the gore was good, the acting was good, the cinematography is solid as well, nice location really, a lot of cool set design in the background. The DVD Blu-ray has behind the scenes, some bloopers on there, some trailers, some still galleries, a short film, which is pretty much the gist of it. So if German splatter's your thing, you'll really dig this one, you'll eat this one up. If it's not, then you'll absolutely despise it. But, you know, it's kind of cool to see a more modern movie coming out like this. This is by the guy who did Necrosis, or Necronis, Tower of Dead or Tower of Doom. I actually have had that sitting on the shelf for a couple years, and I haven't had a chance to watch it. But I'm definitely going to watch it when I get a chance after this. Yeah, but if you're in for a 2-hour gore kind of ultimate German splatter deal, then check it out. I think it's worth watching. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. And it's one of the better German splatter films I've seen, especially in a genre that, you know, I haven't seen get that much mainstream, or, I mean, I shouldn't say mainstream, but that much attention in a long time. Yeah, but check it out, especially if you like that sort of thing. It's worth your time. Tons of nudity, tons of blood, and everything else is solid. Have a good one.
Ladies and Gentlemen, meine Damen und Herren, es ist soweit. Halten Sie sich fest und schnallen Sie sich an. Es geht los!
Alles cool? Sag du es mir. Alles cool. Cool.
Was sind das denn für Gestalten?
So schlimm sehen die doch jetzt gar nicht aus, Tina.
Also wenn die uns nicht helfen können, wir dann...
Na, hoffentlich hast du recht.
Wir sind alle verflucht.
Was haben Sie gesagt?
Der Fluch des Doktors. Er wurde nie gebrochen. Er hat seinen Opfern Körperteile abgeschnitten und sich selbst angenäht. Es war sein kranker Geist, der ihn dazu getrieben hat. Zumindest glaubten das die meisten. Er war das leibhaftige Böse. Ein Dämon.
Und ich sah ein fahles Pferd. Und der auf ihm saß, sein Name war Tod. Und die Hölle folgte ihm. Was zum Teufel?